If you need to drive from London to the small town of Portmeirion in Wales, you wouldn't just hop in the car with your son or daughter and ask them to guess the direction. By the way, if you ever go that way, stop at the Membry services, rated 4-star on the hygiene scale. It's one of the cleanest on the route. Social media marketing is like a journey to the sleepy town of Portmeirion. It needs a plan or map or strategy you can follow to ensure you arrive at your destination. If you actually want results, you can't just give the task to a junior at your company because they're young and know how to use Instagram. This will end in not only time and energy wasted, but it could potentially damage your reputation where poor content is posted. Remember, this is marketing, not technology. There is a massive difference. So, here are 11 quick-fire steps to follow to ensure your social media marketing wows. Number 1, set your goals. The biggest issue you find with this kind of marketing is businesses attempt it without actually knowing why they need to do it. That's like trying to drive to Portmeirion and then realising halfway you have no reason to go there. To start, you have to have goals that complement your overarching business goals. We call them SMART goals. They need to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. And all those words make up SMART. The smarter your goals, the more likely you are to meet them and know that you're meeting them too. Don't set expectations too high. If you're starting from scratch, then you won't hit 1 million followers in a year. Some goals that you could focus on would be to increase brand awareness, boost ROI, bring in more qualified leads, or to sell more products. Of course, you must have a way of measuring these to know why it's working. This might mean opening the dusty old analytics door and blowing the cobwebs off from your last visit in 1992. Number 2, determine relevant metrics. Social media platforms tend to show metrics that don't mean that much to the bottom line. Views, likes, things like that. I once witnessed a humble brag on LinkedIn where someone said due to the popularity of their last video that got 30,000 views, it went down so well, it even generated a lead. One. That's 299,999 people who didn't take action. If it takes that many views to get a result in most sectors, then you're focusing on the wrong thing. Look at your goals from step 1. If you want awareness, then shares and reach are the metrics to look at. If your goals are sales-based, then you need clicks, leads, and conversions. Number 3, work out your audience and their behavior. The problem with my previous example was the LinkedIn poster had built an audience with content that was too general, and they didn't build a network of the right people for their service. What this does is build a false sense of security. We've got loads of followers, therefore we're doing great. This mindset will bring you more time wasters, freeloaders, and you might end up sending mixed messages. You only want followers who take an interest in your content and your offering. If you sell stair lifts, for example, you don't want followers in their 20s. Think about how you can build an exclusive community of the right people for your business by spending time working out their demographic and psychographic. This also means making sure you're on the same social media platforms as your target audience. So if you're after CEOs, they're not sending pictures to other CEOs on Snap with furry bunny face filters on, or at least they won't admit that anyway. And sure, there's billions of people on Facebook, but actually if you want teenagers, then this graph might make you think more about YouTube or Snap. There's no tea left. Number 4, investigate your competition. If your competition are active on social media, then they've probably done a lot of the hard work for you already. Even if they're not, you still want to keep an eye on what they're doing, or not doing. What do they focus on? What do they target? And what key phrases are they trying to dominate? Tools like BuzzSumo will allow you to quickly check out what your competitors' most successful social posts and content are, and then put your spin on it, meaning you can produce similar but better marketing materials. 5, plan the type of content you want to share. This is where most businesses fall down. They work on a make up a post on the same day system, which means they get rushed and the quality dips and then usually dies. To create high quality content, you need to plan it. This does not mean selling your services all of the time though. You need to plan posts that are educational, entertaining, and include a small percentage of promo. For many B2B services, educational content is promotional. It gives people a taste of what you're like to work with and how credible you are. If it's easier, stick to a weekly plan. Monday is education, Tuesday is entertainment, Wednesday is inspiration, and so on. Having this set will help you stay on target. Remember, your content should not reflect your own personal taste, but that of your audience, and you need to keep the look and feel of what you post consistent to your brand across every platform you use. Number 6, post times and content calendars. If you're a global business, you need to think a lot about post times. Don't let a video appear on your Instagram at lunchtime in Berlin when your audience in Alaska is asleep. Social media management tools will allow you to schedule posts to the desired times without you having to hit send. Check out the link in the description to learn more about them. Number 7, create suitable content. To do that, ask yourself these 4 questions. When creating content, what is the optimal character count per social media channel? What is the number of hashtags for messages on each social channel? Should I be using emojis in my social media messages? What is the best content type for each channel? And then make sure the content you produce works on your desired platform. For example, if you're posting to Twitter, you only get 280 characters to play with, so you need to be short and to the point. Instagram is all about the images and visual content, so you need to work on that rather than a lengthy post, although microblogging is building a following here now too. And on LinkedIn, you need to make sure you remind people that the platform isn't Facebook. But what's actually working best here is currently longer written post updates. And of course, you'll need to know if you need to think about your hashtags, how many you use, and which ones are best to target. Here's a really quick time-saving tip for you. If you're using video on any of the main social platforms, make it a square. They all accept them now. They take up more space on mobile screens, and you can add subtitles to them that don't get in the way of your content, so you might not need to make multiple versions of the same thing. Number 8, promote and engage. To gain an initial following, you have to shout about your social media account. Place links to them on your website, but don't link to 5 different social accounts if you're only using one. You'll just send people to dead air, and this reduces the chances of them following you on the platform you're actually trying to develop. That's a game sometimes I play. How many of the social links on a business's website actually go to an account that's seen a post this side of the millennium? More than often, the answer is 0. And fun at parties. Even signs in stores, on the back of vans, email newsletters, or even just asking clients to follow you when you chat on the phone works well too. Number 9, engage with your audience. The most ironic thing about social media is it takes our attention away from real life interaction on a regular basis because we'd rather be social online. Weird. And that is the key. Join in conversations under your own content on other people's and be more than just a logo. Have a voice. This drives engagement, and that's a good thing. Number 10, paid promotions and influencers. Sponsoring your content to your target demographic is a fast way to get your message out and build a following with quality content posts. The other option is to work with influencers. Use their already highly active audience to harness your message and build your following. Have them use your own product on their page and tag you in it, or hire them to spread custom hashtag challenges across your platform of choice to drive people towards you. And finally, number 11, and one that is often forgotten, track your results and adapt. The reason you set your goals at the start was to hit them, so you need to keep an eye on your direction. If you're using social media marketing tools, then you'll be given the data you need. Otherwise, look at your KPIs at the start and make sure you build in how you measure them. It could be an old school spreadsheet with weekly engagements. It could be a slick system like Loomly, or it could be a survey. The point is, this is how you'll get results. If you're off target, you'll need to adapt. If you find what works, you need to scale it up. Results in social media marketing should not really be a mystery. Well done for making it all this way. With a solid strategy, your social media marketing will be a hit. If you thought that sounded like too much work, then watch this video here, which will give you 5 marketing agencies who'll do it for you, and this video here, which will take you through some of the best management tools around to help you get all the way to Port Merion. And if you found this useful, make sure you hit like and subscribe so we can help you get a better return from influencer and social media marketing.